Hi students, in the previous video we discussed about solubility of different salts. Now here we are going to discuss about the methods used for preparation of salts. The first method that we are going to deal with is about highly soluble salts of sodium, potassium and ammonium salts. So keep watching. Preparation of salts. The first method or method 1 is known as titration. Now we need to understand what it means. It is used for the preparation of salts. Now like highly soluble salts. Okay, so as I already mentioned, the method used always depends on the solubility of the salts. So here we are going to discuss about the sodium, potassium and ammonium salts, which are categorized as highly soluble salts. They readily dissolve in water. The method used for this salts is known as titration. The reaction involved is a neutralization reaction. Now titration is a kind of reaction where a fixed volume of alkali is taken and the acid is added drop by drop until we reach the neutralization point, and then the salt is evaporated, the solution is evaporated to get the salt. So highly soluble salts we have sodium chloride, potassium chloride, sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate, sodium sulfate and potassium sulfate. Ammonium salts is not mentioned in syllabus, so I am skipping that. Now let's first understand what is the method called titration. We have an apparatus here like burette. It's a long cylindrical tube with the marking graduations where the solution is there and you can measure how much solution is. It has got a thin nozzle and there's a conical flask which already contains the alkali or the base with the indicator. Like phenolphthalein is added, the whole solution turns pink. And then you will open the stopcock and slowly add the acid until the pink color disappears. That means neutralization is reached. Then you will evaporate. So titration is the slow addition of one solution of a known concentration called a titrant to a known volume of another solution, that is unknown concentration, until the reaction reaches neutralization, which is often indicated by a color change. Here we have pink color because of phenolphthalein. The color will disappear the moment the alkaline property is completely neutralized. Okay, so that is called neutralization. Anyway, this is not our focus. Our focus is just to understand how it is done. Our focus is on how we prepare, the kind of reagents used and preparation. First, let us take sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, it has got two ions in it. This is Na plus ion and this is Cl minus ion. So we need, as I said, it's a neutralization reaction. So it is acid plus base or alkali will give salt plus water. Okay, so this is the reaction. So let's see. So here Na, where will you get Na? Sodium ions, we take an alkali for sodium ion, that is NaOH. You can take NaOH or you can take Na2CO3. Na2CO3, another alkali. Okay, and we have the acid is HCl, hydrochloric acid. This will give us Cl minus ion. So the reaction will be, the first is NaOH, okay, plus HCl, hydrochloric acid, will give you sodium chloride, NaCl plus H2O, water. Okay, so OH and H removed as water. Now suppose you use the other alkali, sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 plus HCl. Okay, as we see here, there are two sodium ions, there will be two hydrochloric acid molecules required. So we have the reaction 2NaCl, sodium chloride is formed, and H2O, water and carbon dioxide gas. So these are the products formed in this case. Now some of you may be wondering why we are using sodium carbonate as an alkali. Now sodium carbonate is used as an alkali because when sodium carbonate is dissolved in water, Na plus ions are produced, CO3 minus ions are produced, and water splits as H plus and OH minus, and what happens is H plus and OH minus will combine to give, because they are, the carbonate ion is less electronegative, it will form H2CO3 carbonic acid, which is quite unstable, will split into H2O and CO2. So this part is eliminated, it gets eliminated. If you make sodium carbonate solution and keep on your table, in a short while this H plus ions and CO3, they are completely removed. So what remains in solution is OH minus and Na plus. So it is an alkali. So this is why we can use Na2CO3 as an alkali. So you have two reactions for preparation of sodium chloride. Now let's go on to the next salt. The next salt is sodium nitrate. As we know, the cation here is Na plus and anion is NO3 minus. So what alkali will take? NaOH we will take, NaOH, and also as we have discussed, Na2CO3 sodium carbonate solution, and the acid will be nitric acid. Nitrate ions are available in nitric acid. So we have two reactions. What are the two reactions? NaOH plus HNO3 nitric acid. So here the OH and the H will be removed as water, and we have the salt NaNO3, sodium nitrate is formed. Then we also have the Na2CO3 sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 plus HNO3. As I already said, two sodiums are there, so 2 HNO3. You have 2 NaNO3, sodium nitrate salt is produced, plus water and carbon dioxide, H2O, CO2. As I said, this will be eliminated. Carbon dioxide leaves the solution and goes to air. Water remains there. So you got sodium nitrate, so two reactions. The next salt is sodium sulfate, Na plus ions and SO4 minus ions. So what you will take? The alkali will be NaOH as usual. Yes, and also you have Na2CO3, sodium carbonate solution. Acid has to be sulfuric acid, H2SO4, because SO4 minus ions are required. So what are the reactions? First reaction is NaOH, sodium hydroxide, plus H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Two hydrogens are here, so we need two NaOH. Otherwise, the neutralization will be incomplete. Okay. So we have two OH here and two hydrogens forming. What you get? Two H2O molecules, two water. What is remaining is 2 sodium and SO4, that is Na2SO4, sodium sulfate is formed. Very simple, right? Then we have sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 and H2SO4. Yes, as I said, what happens here? Na2SO4, sodium sulfate salt is produced, CO3 and H2. This will become H2O and CO2, water and carbon dioxide. So again you got sodium sulfate salt. So this is very simple, obtaining sodium sulfate. So the reaction is always neutralization and the method used is titration. Yes. Now potassium chloride. How do we make potassium chloride? KCl. KCl. So let us split. What comes here? KOH. Alkali will be K2CO3 can also be used. HCl is used. Yes, for the acid part. So what you have the reaction? Two reactions, KOH plus HCl. Okay. What you get? The OH and the H will go as water, and you have KCl, salt is obtained. Now the next is K2CO3, K2CO3 plus HCl. 2 potassium, 2 hydrogens will be required, 2 HCl, right? So cut and cut. What is there? 2 KCl, 2 chlorines and 2 potassium, 2 KCl plus water and carbon dioxide. Balanced, nothing to do, right? Then we have potassium nitrate, KNO3. Split, come on, this will be what alkali will be there? KOH and K2CO3. Acid will be nitric acid, HNO3. Nitrate is required. So let's make two equations, KOH plus HNO3. Okay, OH and H. This will form water plus KNO3, potassium nitrate salt is obtained. Suppose you take K2CO3, potassium carbonate solution plus HNO3. Yes, 2 potassium, there will be 2 HNO3, right? So this is cut and this is cut. What is coming here is 2 potassium and 2 nitrates. 2 HNO3 means 2 nitrates. So you have 2 KNO3. What is remaining is water and carbon dioxide. Done, balanced, nothing to check, right? Very simple. So go technically, equation also gets balanced on its own. You don't have to waste time on that. Now we have potassium sulfate, K2SO4. Split it, come on, potassium will be obtained from KOH and the other alkali is K2CO3, potassium carbonate. Acid will be sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Two equations, KOH plus H2SO4. Yes. Now 2 hydrogen ions are there in sulfuric acid, so 2 KOH is required. So you get 2 OH, so 2 H2O, water, and what is remaining? K2SO4, potassium sulfate. Now if you use K2CO3, potassium carbonate, and H2SO4, sulfuric acid, this is cut. So what you get? K2SO4, yes, K2SO4, remaining is water and carbon dioxide. So the salt is prepared. So this is so simple. Very easily you can prepare the salts of the highly soluble salts of sodium, potassium. Okay. So students, I hope you understood how to prepare the highly soluble salts of sodium, potassium. Now in the next video, I am going to discuss about the next method, the method of preparing other salts. There are other soluble salts other than sodium and potassium. How we can prepare? What are the methods involved? So you can subscribe the channel so that you will get to know, and you write your comments under this. Thank you.